Is it the 4th for you? Happy July 4th. Eagle screech. Oh God. Wishing you a wondrous July 4th. It is still July 3rd for me, but I am wishing you, hi Rita, I am wishing my American friends who, it is now technically midnight or later for you, I am wishing you a very happy July 4th. I hope that your dog doesn't get scared and run away. Or I hope that those suffering with PTSD from loud noises are able to put in some earplugs or some headphones and escape for a bit. I hope that nobody loses any appendages or is maimed in any way setting fireworks off, but does it start pretty much right on like at the beginning of July and go right through for like 2 solid weeks, or is it like one of those things where it starts like on midnight on the 3rd and it goes until midnight on the 4th? We had a few fireworks. July 1st is Canada Day here, and where I live, we had a tornado. So that was our Canada Day. We had a giant ass tornado about 40 minutes south of me, about 50 miles. Sorry, in where I'm from, we measure distance by how long it takes to drive, not by like kilometers or miles. It's like we're like, oh yeah, it's about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes south, or about 45 minutes west. Like, that's how we measure distance. We don't do, like, really kilometers or miles. It's why, I don't know why we do, but... Oh, yeah. I hope your roommate's gonna do okay. Heard a few over the last 2 days, and at least 4 tonight, yeah. I'm 16 minutes into the 4th. Oh my goodness. Oh my. It's been going on for days. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really do that in Canada. Like we like if there's like fireworks or something, it'll be on, at 11 p.m. on the 1st of July. We have our little fireworks show and then everybody goes home. And that's kind of it. Be 90% sure it's just fireworks. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know there's like jokes and stuff to be made here, but like it just, and like if like anybody needs to make comments, coping, dark humor is a coping. I understand dark humor is definitely an acceptable coping mechanism around these parts, so I won't be making the jokes because I'm up in Canada. It feels inappropriate for me to be making dark humor jokes. But man, it's gotta be rough for people that have PTSD with that kind of sound. The 4th has got to be hard. I'm starting a new egg. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's this full moon business or if I'm doing my yearly. I usually get a solid 2 weeks of the spicy sads every July. At least I have been for the last kind of 4 or 5 years, I've noticed. And I kind of maybe thought that this year would be different, and maybe it's not. I don't know. Today's been a weird day. I have felt a little weird. Little bit of the I almost wasn't going to go live tonight because I was like, I am very down right now. And then I was like, well, no, I always feel better after I go live and I make some art. So why would I not do that? I had to like have a little checkup from the neck up, you know? Maple's not too sure about the fireworks. Aww. Oh, that's so cute that Cinnamon loves watching them. That's adorable. My old dog, Ashes, she used to be just... I don't know if something happened on the farm where she came from, but, like, she used to be terrified of fireworks. That she would shake. I used to, like, sit on my bed and, like, throw a leg over her and just, like, hold her as tight as I could to try to calm her down, and she would just shake. And she was just so... I felt so bad. She was so terrified of them. Ruby, unbothered. Could care less. She just, like, whatever. Couldn't care less. Just meh. Body tends to remember anniversaries of spicy sads. Interesting. Interesting. I'm trying to remember what's happened to me in July's. Oh. Could be many a thing. My fiance's dad was in Iraq and he has a tough time with the 4th. Oh, yeah, I bet he does. I've heard that for a lot of veterans, the 4th is really hard for them. In Utah, we have them twice this month. Oh, does, like, Utah have, like a Utah Day celebration? Happy Utah Day. You're all joining an MLM. Sorry, that was inappropriate. But kind of funny also. Aww. Yeah, I found, like, if I, like compression, like the weight of my body on her body, which she was almost the size of me, so it was challenging. But I had to, like, yeah, it helped, I found. It helped her calm down and shake less, and I feel like it. Pioneer Day on the 24th. That's adorable. I kind of love that. In my head, when I hear something like Pioneer Day, it's like, oh, everybody dresses up and you make pies or something. We have like this little like town within city, not town, this little like farm within city limits, and it's not like obviously like a working farm and stuff, but it's like you can go, it's like a field trip, rite of passage thing. Everybody goes in, like, I think kindergarten or grade 1 here, and you like you milk a cow, like you see what it's like to milk a cow, and you know, you churn butter in like an old school butter churner, and it's very cute. It's very cute. That's what I think of when I hear something like Pioneer Days. We have Westerner Days where I'm from, but it's sort of like a Wish brand Calgary Stampede. Which, if you don't know about the Calgary Stampede, it is apparently one of the biggest rodeos in the world. It happens every July in Calgary, Alberta, and it's one big shenanigan. I went one time when I was about 24, and that was good. I have no interest in ever going again. It's not really my scene, if I'm honest, but I felt like, being from Alberta, I had to go one time in my life just so I can say that I did. It's got a few different nicknames, the Calgary Stampede, all of which are pretty misogynistic, so I won't repeat any of them. But if you are the type that enjoys rodeos and consuming an insane amount of beverages and paying just a lot of money to exist outside, then the Calgary Stampede is for you. You should maybe check it out at some point. I love that you guys dress up. That's adorable. Good cry about people I miss and feel better. Aww. Aww. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me today. Like I said, it is a full moon. I do tend to feel a little extra squirrely around the full moon. My moon app tells me that it's close to pedigree, and so I may be feeling more emotional than normal, which is accurate. I don't know with the whole moon phases thing what pedigree means. I have no idea. I should probably look into that. But if we're going with galactic gaslighting, apparently it's the moon's fault that I'm feeling sad today. So, yeah, there's that. Trying to decide. Oh, what kind of a division I feel like doing. I feel like I never do horizontal divisions very much. Probably because they're hella challenging. It's an egg. It's all challenging, let's be honest. Trying to put 2D shapes on a 3D surface is always going to be a bit of a challenge. Let's be honest. It's a fun challenge, but it's a challenge nonetheless. Got more of my pods. Research them in a minute. Ooh, I hope the new ones that you just got are better than the other ones. I hope that they don't disappoint you like the other ones did. I hope that they are really fun and perform very well. I am wearing, what am I wearing tonight? I am wearing Blushed Ice from Holo Taco. I do, you guys know, I love my neutrals, but with sparkle. That's my happy place. Neutrals. I gotta have my neutrals. I want to feel like they match whatever I'm wearing. So I gotta have my neutrals, but my God, give me something. I have to have a little bit of zhuzh. Hence the holo. Well, I hope everybody... I'll be on for tarot tomorrow night if anybody is wanting to take a break from the festivities. I know, from what I understand, everything kind of shuts down on July 4th, and it's quite a big deal. So if you are not wanting to partake for whatever reason in festivities tomorrow night, I will be on the Twitchy Witches doing tarot if you would like to come and hang out. Possibly doing a little bit of crafting as well, because I'm gonna try not to do what I normally do, which is close up into a hole, distance myself from everyone and anything, refuse any help or support, and just try to be unperceived, because I don't want to be a burden to people. I'm gonna try not to do that. I'm gonna try to talk to my friends and keep making art and keep doing lives, because those are all things that help me to feel better. And if the more I close myself up, it's like that thing. Jay, hello. Hello. How was your drive? Mooncat. Ooh. Candidate this one 175 polishes. I haven't counted mine. I don't think I want to. My oldest is starting to get into doing her nails. She's never been a nail girly, but she's starting to get it. She did like a really cute little beach scene manicure the other day, where it was like a taupe, like a beigey color, and then teal, and it looked like a beach, like the waves lapping up on the shore. It was really cute. She did a really good job. Oh, thank you, Boopy. Plan on enjoying my day off with my boo. Oh, that's lovely! Watching teenagers set off illegal fireworks in the park. Sometimes I love watching the young people be young people, and I enjoy being the old person watching. You know, like, I enjoy not being part of the shenanigans and just watching from afar and just being like, oh yes, I remember being young and doing silly things, and now I can just be old. Now I can just be old, and I don't have to partake in any of that. Love that for you, though. Their pure joy is fantastic. I know, right? I just, rained all the way to about an hour out of town. Yeah. I don't want to complain because I feel like rain is good, you know, but also lightning with the rainstorms isn't good because the lightning can cause more fires. But I do worry now that we've lost all that vegetation about the flooding. We don't have any of that vegetation holding the water in the ground anymore in all the places that have dealt with forest fires, but Himbo, hello! Hello, hello! You got family tea. Oh, I love family tea when it isn't mine. It's my favorite. Any family tea that isn't mine is my favorite family tea. I don't even mind my own family's tea. I just don't like it when they make me have to be brought into it. That I don't like. I like other families' tea because then there's not a chance I'm gonna get sucked into it and have to deal with it. Scott, hello, hello, hello. Can you come be a clear jelly stamper? Ooh, I might have to check them out. Technically, our city is no fireworks zone. I love that they just kind of let him go until like 10 o'clock-ish. That's funny. Oh no, you have a fever? That's not good. Have you taken some Tylenol? Are you hydrating? A tepid bath maybe might help. That's not good. I'm sorry, you're feeling poorly. What am I doing here? I am completely experimenting. It might take me a minute to get myself oriented with what I'm doing with this. I'm just letting the egg tell me what it wants. God, I sound like a crazy person. I'm sure of it. Oh no, Himbo, I hope you feel better. I feel like you need some Tylenol. Yeah, hydration break. Have a sip of something. Your reminder to take a deep breath, press your shoulders down. Relax your jaw, relax your neck, relax all of that. Take a deep breath, take a sip of something. Grab one of the 14 water bottles or glasses on your nightstand and take a sip of something. I have not gotten the other egg de-waxed. It's been giving me a little bit of it's been a little sassy with me. I had to do a little bit of work on it to get the right shade of purple, and I'm just having to layer my black. So it is not... I was going to try to make a video, actually. I haven't... Guys, I don't think I've posted a video in like 2 months. It's been a minute. Probably why my mental health has gone down is because I'm not regularly making art, and I am much better at managing that liar that lives in my brain if I'm making art. Literally have one bottle on my nightstand and a popsicle stick. Ooh, you're organized. My nightstand has probably 2 necklaces, only one is mine, some makeup that is not mine, a book that needs to be donated, 2 pairs of glasses that are mine, 3 plants. It's got a few things. I also have half my bed covered in laundry right now, but I'm not even going to think about that. I had one of those moments tonight where I was like, I don't know if I should do a live tonight. I should really put away this laundry. And then I was like, you know what? Even if you don't go live tonight, you're still not going to put this laundry away. So you might as well just go and do a live. And I was like, you know what, self? You're right. So here I am. Morgan, hello. Hello. Oh, clutter definitely does a number on my mental health, and I have a lot of it right now. All the extra migraines I was dealing with in June because our weather was so bizarre. I couldn't keep up like my daily routine, and oh man, you can tell. This house is a wreck, and it's probably the other thing that's affecting my mental health right now. It needs to be decluttered. It needs to be a good deep cleaning. I want to rent the carpet cleaner from Home Depot. Our home despot, as my dad calls it. I just need to give this house a thorough spring cleaning that I never got to do. Hannah! Hello. Storage box. If you don't have a nightstand, I mean, if that's not a life tip, I don't know what is. Yeah, the trick to not collecting clutter on surfaces is to just not have surfaces. Oh, yeah, and chainsaws are loud and very disconcerting, I have to say. They're high-pitched. Oh, I'm sorry. That would drive me a little wonky-woo if that was me. That would definitely not be a vibe. A little fuzzy fuzz. I had a little bit of excitement on Canada Day. My poor kid was out on the trampoline and we had a little bit of an accident. And cover those in plants, pretty rocks, leave no space for clutter. Would you believe that there's people out there that think that plants and pretty rocks are clutter? Can you believe it? Blasphemy. Oh. Oh no. I mean, it's probably gonna look real nice once they're done, but oh my god, that's gonna... Whenever I hear stories about that, I think of like, oh my god, I hope no one has like a newborn baby at home that they're trying to get to nap. Like, that would just be awful. It is upstairs. If you look at my desk on the upper left-hand side, there's like a gray basket, and it's on top of there. I know where everything in this house is with great detail, but yet, if I ever go to leave this house, cannot find my keys or my glasses or my phone for the life of me. And it is infuriating. It is simply infuriating. And that's on neurodivergence. Photographic memory, where absolutely everything in this house is. Except what I need when I need it. So that's cool. Yeah, you know what? I got a beautiful shelf to put up in my basement. I actually got it. There was like a silent auction fundraiser thing. And I got it to put up in my basement specifically so I could start putting some of my beautiful rocks and stones and things on display. And maybe even, who knows, I don't know, maybe put out a Pysanky or two. You know what I mean? Maybe. Have I done that? No. Nope, nope, nope. You don't leave them all in the same place all the time. Here's the thing. I have this thing called children. And they move your shit around. And they put it in weird places. And then I also move the things around. And I get distracted by children. And I leave things in places. And it's a mess. It's a mess. No, absolutely. I regularly vent all the time, so join. Come to the dark side. That is venting your woes to the internet to people you have not met IRL. It's a good time. I enjoy it. Come and join. Actually, sometimes it's nice to just have a safe place to vent. You know, on a public forum. But no, sometimes it's nice just to vent to people that, you know, don't necessarily have, like, skin in the game, so to speak. They can just hear you, be supportive, and then that's it, you know? I don't get people thinking pretty rocks are cluttered. I know! I agree. I think they are some of the best decor. Same with plants. Decor that purifies my air that I breathe. Thank you so much. Why wouldn't that be the best thing ever? Yeah, come to the dark side. Says the one battling some spicy sads right now. Come to the dark side. Come join me. Come join me over here. It's great. We're well. The dark side has candy and pretty rocks. And plants. And eggs, apparently. Hydration. Hydrate, check. I kill them because I live in a basement. You should get nerve plants, is what I know them as. They do really, really great in low light. And they come in like pretty colors. You can get like pink ones with like pink edges on the leaves. They do great in low light. And they're like super easy maintenance too. Like you can forget to water them for a bit and they're okay. You know? They're very chronic illness friendly. You can like not water them for a bit and they don't freak out. Yes, child. Yes, please. Thank you.
That's not my business.
It's putting Ruby to bed. That is adorable. I was showing my aunt one of your videos. Oh, your aunt's very kind. Your aunt's lovely. I am nowhere near a master, but that's very kind of her to say. Oh, is he typing a small novel? I was typing my cousin a small novel today. Sometimes you just gotta type a small novel. Alright, well, that is our division. I think I was supposed to do horizontal stuff. I did not. I forgot. Well, what if I do some kind of a border? Maybe I'll try to do some kind of a horizontal border. Maybe. Oh, he's at work? Aw. No worries. We're here for a minute. I'm not in a hurry. Aw. Can you imagine being a poor waitress who has to work at IHOP on 4th of July? I cannot. She's poor waitresses. They're having to work through 4th of July. I can imagine they've probably seen some stuff. Or being like an ER nurse on the 4th of July. Oh, how many injuries due to fireworks you would see on that shift. Went there and had like 5 tables. Oh no. I forgot. Oh God, what did I forget? Oh, I was gonna do a horizontal, yeah. Well, you know, sometimes the egg just... I have an idea. I'm like, oh, I should do a horizontal. And it's like, you will do this. And I say, okay. Sometimes the egg just tells you what you're going to be doing. You can have all the ideas you want. It's like children. You can have all the ideas that you want, but, like, they don't care. Your ideas are not their business. They got their own business. And you just have to be like, alright, I guess we're doing your business. And lawn dart mishaps. Oh my God, I was talking. So we didn't have a set of lawn darts at my house growing up, but there was a set at my grandparents' house. And explaining lawn darts to my children, to my horrified children, I should say. Oh my God. The oldest one blew her mind. She's like, wait, what? This was a children's toy that someone thought was a good idea? It was like, yes. Yes, it was. Mangled hands, yeah. There was a kid that I grew up with. Actually, he was in the same grade as one of my younger brothers. I was in the same grade growing up as his older brother, and he was in a field setting off fireworks. It wasn't like Canada Day or anything, it was just a for fun thing, and unfortunately there was a mishap and he ended up losing his eye when he was in grade 10, I think. But that's why you don't do it, you know. But teenage boys quite often, right, think that they are invincible, that nothing bad teenagers in general, let's be honest, tend to think that nothing bad is ever going to happen to them, but unfortunately it does. My friend, actually, when that happened, the house that he went to go for help was my friend's house, and so she like saw it all, and I think it kind of messed her up for a while. So it was apparently pretty not great, as you can imagine. But luckily he wasn't hurt worse, and I've never gone to a store and bought fireworks or anything like that, but I've been around when my family has set off fireworks, and 50% of the time it's gone badly, so I think that's cured me from ever wanting to do them myself. We had one year out camping where my brother-in-law was giving my spouse a whole lecture. They, for some reason, brought all these fireworks and they were going to set them off for the kids. Something fun for the kids, which, okay, whatever. And made a whole big scene about going over safety with my spouse, because he was very concerned that my spouse wasn't going to be safe. And he then proceeded to light off fireworks into the group of children. One went off under a truck. They were bouncing off the campers. One kid got a small burn to the face. Nothing major, but Everybody had to duck and run. It was this whole thing. And then he acted like everybody was being over dramatic. And I don't think I'll ever forget that as long as I live. The gaslighting that ensued, the long safety lecture, followed by setting off fireworks into a crowd of children, and then acting like everybody else is the problem. I don't think I will ever forget that as long as I live. And my dad, on my mom's 50th birthday, decided he had to rig up some home fireworks situation where he had a rocket and he put a banner inside the rocket that was supposed to release when the rocket exploded, and it said like 50 Val 50 with like a bunch of exclamation points, and it was supposed to like, you know, poof, and then this banner would come out, you know, and fly through the air, is what he had in his brain of how this was going to go down. Spoiler alert, it's not in fact how it went down. My brother, apparently, we were all out in the field behind the house. My brother was in his wheelchair, which is a power wheelchair, and he was like driving around and just having fun, and my dad had set up the launch pad, but my brother accidentally, I don't know, he didn't see it and he drove over it. And my dad said that it went haywire because my brother drove over the launch pad with his power wheelchair. I don't think that's what happened. I think he said that that's why everything went haywire, but I don't think, because the rocket wasn't even on there yet. It was just the launch pad. Anyways, he, first it wasn't going off, and then it did go off, and it went up, but it didn't really do the big that it was supposed to do, and the banner never came up, and it was just like this ball that was on fire that hurtled towards the neighbor's house, and and it landed on their porch, and I had to run, stamp out the fire, and like grab it and like get the hell out of there. So that was fun. Anyways, all that to say, homemade fireworks, not a great idea. Not a great idea. Don't endanger children. Don't endanger your neighbors. Don't humiliate your wife on her 50th birthday. Quite like this. Sounds like the time my cousin was setting off bottle rockets, which were illegal at those are my dad's favorite. Those bottle rockets. Didn't have the proper tools. He was shooting off with a bit of PVC pipe. I feel like, oh, did your cousin and my dad meet up at like a forum somewhere? Like some internet forum? Sounds like something my dad would do. Also, the one parking the car. Oh my god. Man, you gotta be talented to set your own man garden alight. That takes some talent. That is a 4th of July show if I've ever heard. Oh my god. I love that happened right as the cops showed up. That's funny. For to back in. I wonder if my spouse is like very particular on always backing into parking spots. It's like his like thing. He has to always back into parking spots. You're not alone on that. Sure. Oh, that seems weird. That seems strange. Trying to be space efficient. Yeah, I don't get it either. That's weird. It's strange how people get like particular over certain things. My parents forever have like multiple vehicles parked in their driveway at any one time, and no space free in the garage to put anything, so it's all out in the driveway. And there's always fights about it, which always end with, well, if you clean out the freaking garage, we could park a car in there. And that usually leads to a 20-minute screaming match. It's really fun to witness. Ooh, you're helping your sibling bleach their hair. That's fun. Are they just bleaching it for funsies? Are they like, is this step one of getting like a color? Parking spots are one of those things I feel like they really, like, people get really weird about parking. It's just strange. I've watched my mother do like 10-minute rants about where the neighbors are parking and where they're not parking, and I'm just like, it's not even your house. Like, calm down. This is a small rant. There was some like horrific neighbors that used to get mad. My brother has cerebral palsy, so he quite often gets like aides and like home care and stuff to come. And this neighbor complained about the aide parking on the street. Like, it wasn't even in front of her house. It was like slightly up from her house. but it wasn't even technically in front of her house. And she would leave nasty notes and stuff on the neighbor's windshield and like get. I think she thought my parents were like running a business or something. And this neighbor has since moved away, thank God. But like I think she thought my parents were running a business or something out of their house, and so she was trying to get them in trouble with it. And my mom went over and she was like, hey, like no, like we're not a business, like these are aides that are coming to help like care for my son. Like my son, you've seen him, he's in a wheelchair, he has cerebral palsy. And the neighbor had the audacity to say, oh no, you're not long-winded at all. You're not long-winded at all. The neighbor had the audacity to say that it was really inconvenient for her that my brother needed aides to like be coming and going from the house. It was really inconvenient. And I took everything I had not to march over to this woman's house and be like, it's inconvenient for you that my brother needs aides. Well, wait till you hear how inconvenient it is for him. She was a psychopath. Anyways. But yeah, people get funny about their parking. They get funny about their parking. Or, well, I should say, they get funny about other people's parking, I should say. Yeah, it sounds like he's just being funny about the space. Just for the sake of being funny about it, to be honest. Oh, peach! That's fun. Peaches, 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 peaches. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. I know, right? Inconvenient for her. Like, are you kidding me? It's inconvenient for you that one of your neighbors is quadriplegic. It's inconvenient for you. Okay. Go off. People suck. Like, oh, you have an update? We would love to hear. Yeah, I'm trying a different YouTube lo-fi station. Randomly the other night it got like super loud just out of the blue, which was very off-putting, but so far tonight it's been chill. Also, I'm sorry that's happening, Scott. Sometimes it's one of those things where you have to just like accept that some people are just, that you're not doing anything wrong, and that some people are like my brother. My brother was like, my family was not doing anything wrong. That person was just a wackadoo. You know, sometimes it's just like, it's hard not to get triggered though when people are being kind of silly. Silly. I'll use the word silly. Sometimes it's hard to like, deep breath, relax, let it go. It's okay. It's okay. But at the same time, it's like, are you kidding me? Sometimes it's challenging to stay calm, but it is what it is. can always tell them it's inconvenient to you that she's living there. Thankfully, she moved. She moved. They didn't live there very long. They were up here because her husband worked, and then we had a recession in the oil field. This was some years ago now, but there was a recession in the oil field, and so I think they were from Texas. They ended up moving back to Texas. I think she was not thrilled that they moved and really missed the States and wanted to go back. I don't think she was terribly fond of our winters, to be honest, which, you know what, fair enough. I've lived here my whole life and I'm not terribly fond of our winters, so you know what? And breathing. Kids let's park well enough. No, I'm not saying that I would do that, but I would absolutely do that. I do love being petty. Especially when it's like a low cost situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's like very low stakes, you know. I do love being petty when it's low stakes. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to be a little mischievous. It's first every session today. Wow, good. Everything's bigger in Texas, and apparently so is the audacity. Oh. I think it was just her. I think she was just miserable. Her husband it was really weird. Like, I just remember all the time, her husband would be out front in the driveway, chain smoking. Like, just on his phone, talking on his phone, pacing around the driveway, chain smoking, while she would stand in the living room window and just stare at him, like, glaring. So I don't know. I don't think she was particularly happy. I think she missed her home and her friends and her family, and she was hella bored, and she had nothing better to do but, like, pay attention to where everyone was parking and leave them nasty notes. You know? I think it was kind of one of those situations. Oh my god. You were pulling double time. She's having some feelings about it. Oh yeah, I knew. I figured it was in response to the neighbors. I knew. Not qualified to play counselor for her. Oh, yeah, that is a lot. Yikesy. That is a lot. This is why people need hobbies. Yeah, and your hobby can't just be like staring at your window paying attention to where everybody's parking. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be doing some pretty shady stuff. Like, I've lived next door to some teenagers. I've seen some stuff go down. I have minded my business. Because I got better things to do with my time. And unless it's super shady, like, I don't, unless I feel like you got like you're manufacturing hard drugs next door or something, I'm not gonna say nothing. I really don't care. Unless you're doing some really heavily illegal stuff where you're putting, you know, your neighbors and me and my family at risk. Unless it's to that, I don't care. I really don't care. You gotta be pretty extreme for me to make any kind of effort. You know what I mean? I don't have the energy. I don't have the damn energy. I am having these conversations a lot. Oh, thank you. So yeah, we said that she was feeling really empathetic towards him and his emotions, which is kind of fair. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. You get to a point where you're just like done. Where you're just like, okay, now you want to make the effort, you know? And that's kind of apathy, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll like people watch all day if I think something saucy's going on. I love watching, you know. I love watching tea happen, especially when it's not mine. But I'm not actually gonna like get involved. I just want to watch. You know? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna leave my house and put on pants, you know. It's gotta be a big deal for me to put on pants. I've only ever had to put on pants once. Go out and yell at a neighbor. But that was like 1 a.m. on a motorbike doing burnouts in the middle of the, like, why? Why are you doing that? I kept my mouth closed and the partying and the drinking and the hooting and the hollering. I was like, you know what, whatever, it's somebody's birthday. I kept my mouth closed when they decided, and it was like a Monday night, and I kept my mouth closed when they set off the fireworks. I was like, it's fine, it's whatever. But the burnouts in the middle of the close, that got me and 2 other neighbors outside. We were all pissed at that point. I have no idea what I'm doing with this egg, but I do really quite like it. I've got to figure something out here. Yeah, no, that feels like also, Emma, like that is conflict of interest, right? Like that's your sister. You can't be, you're not qualified and conflict of interest. And also you don't want to. There's that. You'll also be like, you know, I just feel like I'm not qualified to take this on. And I don't want to make the situation worse. I also feel like there's no way I could be unbiased, like you're my sister. And also, I hella don't want to. I would rather stab my fork out with an eye. Oh my god. You guys. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go up here and stab my fork out with an eye. See, I knew I'd feel better if I came on alive. I knew I'd feel better. Rita got me a kilt. Oh, God. I saw the most fascinating video the other day. A guy showed how, like the traditional way of, like, folding and wrapping a kilt. It was fascinating. I had no idea there were so many different ways to, like, fold and wear kilts. It's just one big long strip of fabric. It was fascinating. It was ingenious is what it was. I have no idea what's happening with this egg, but I am quite enjoying it. What am I going to do with you? I don't know yet, but I like you. Sorry, just having a conversation with my egg. Didn't mean to zone out. Stab my fork out with an eye. Yeah, and therapists also can't treat members of the same family often. Like, it's just considered a conflict of interest. A lot of them won't do it. Like, the one therapist will not see both of my daughters. She'll see the one that she started seeing, but she will not see both of my daughters because it's a conflict of interest. Which is great when there's a limited number of child psychologists taking patients in this town. But I respect and understand why. Yeah. Yeah. There's there's a quote book channel on the Discord, and whenever I'm having a bad day, I just go through it and I instantly feel better. And it's quite enjoyable. I quite enjoy it. Hang on, I gotta figure something out. First, let's get that on there, and then I'll figure the rest out. Just gotta get that on there. I don't think we'll worry until the eggs start talking back. I mean, they talk to me all the time. Just in my head. Or, I don't know. I don't know how we communicate, but I just know that it tells me what it wants. If I listen. If I don't listen to the egg, it gets sassy with me, so I just gotta listen. To explain things further to him. I mean, that's what his therapist should be doing. If there's like a concept that he doesn't understand, then his therapist should be doing that. Yeah, I feel like if there's like a concept that he doesn't understand the definition of, then okay, but like I would be concerned if his therapist is using like different terms and things that he doesn't understand, and he needs like clarification. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I would be concerned. It would be more like needing him to understand her point of view and wanting you to be the one that makes sure he gets it. Like that's definitely a that's a no zone. That's not a good idea. You know what I mean? This is why you need a qualified professional that is unbiased. If they're talking to you, like characters in a book talk to the author, that's fine. Maybe that's what's happening. Do writers have that? Where their book characters kind of, tell them, who they are and how the story's gonna go? Does that happen? Is that a thing that happens? That's more like a manipulation via third party. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly what it is. Thought you being the artist needed to be clarified. I wasn't questioning. I appreciate people that are very clear in their communication and like don't hesitate to go back and just make sure that they're more that they give as much clarity as possible. I appreciate that so much as someone that has my whole life surrounded myself either against my will or somehow agreed to, but with people that I have to do mind reading. I have to like dig and figure out what the hell's going on or what they mean or what's wrong, which is exhausting. So I appreciate it when people are very like take the time to be very clear and concise with what they're saying. I appreciate it. Yeah. As a writer, yeah, kind of. Can be more demanding than children. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yup. I don't know why all of a sudden I turned into some guy standing drinking a beer outside his garage on a Tuesday. Yup. Yup. Oh, yeah. I remember the day I had to explain to my mother that I could not be the one she vents to about my father. It didn't work. She still does, but... Now I just go, huh, yeah, isn't that nuts? And I just change the subject. Because I'm just like, I can't. I have heard things I don't want to hear. Now, do I want to do that? Or do I want to do something else? I think I want to do something else. It's like not a vibe. It's telling me no, not a vibe. Stop it. Stop with the diamonds already. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. Don't yell at me. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Don't mind me. I'm just fighting with my egg. Yeah, it was my experience. It was like, oh, you're going to school to get a psych degree? Great, you can fix all of us. And I'm like, oh, joke's on you. I'm the most messed up out of all of us. And it's also not my job to fix any of you, so... I got one of them to go to one therapy session once. I don't know if he ever went back for another, but he did go to one. I had to go with him and be in the room the whole time, but he did go, and I feel like it was helpful. Going to be something, I think. Oh. Yeah. Oh God, the amount of times. The amount of times. Do you know what your father did? The amount of times I've heard that phrase come out of my mother's mouth in my life. My favorite is when she's like, well, I don't care anymore. He's just gonna do whatever. I just don't. But then she, like, immediately demonstrates that she does, in fact, still care a lot. By following him around the house and beaking at him every single second of the day. Well, let's do the bottom half, and I'll figure it out from there. No, but I'm sure you're about to. Especially when she won't listen and only wants you to validate her narrative. Yup. I mean, we all gotta vent sometimes, but sometimes we need to vent, sometimes we need to bounce ideas off of, you know, a trusted source. But when it's like one of those things where they're in a lot of distress and they're constantly needing you to, like, help them feel better, but they don't do anything to change their situation, that can get really frustrating really quick. Because you want to be supportive, but I do think maybe this is an undiagnosed neurodivergent thing, but I do think a lot of times people, they have to have some sort of conflict or drama going on in their lives, or it's like their brain just doesn't function, right? Like they get the dopamine from the rush of, like, whatever conflict going on. And so if there isn't some kind of conflict, and I'm sure there's, in, like, abusive relationships, there's some sort of like, it's part of the abuse cycle. It's how they get you It's how they get you hooked on like the relationship. You're constantly, it's so up and down that, but when it's up you get that dopamine hit, and then it goes down, and then you're like, you know, constantly trying to get that back, and it's like a very volatile cycle, and it really sucks. It sucks people in, and it's very hard to break that cycle. And then even if you do get away from that person that's causing you a lot of distress, then it's like normal functioning humans are, you don't, it's like your brain doesn't know what to do with it, so they have to create conflict to keep that cycle going. It's weird, you know? Oh yeah. Yeah, could you imagine having to live with a client? Ooh, yep. Yeah, and that's just it. It's not like you have magical powers that you're magically going to be able to word things in such a way he's going to get it. It's just, you know, it would be lovely if that happened, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just it. I love you, but I can't be, I don't think it's ethical, and I don't have the mental capacity with my job right now to do that. Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like your sister probably needs to go and talk to someone as well. So at least she's open to it. Like, that's a good sign. Magnetic polishes. Ooh. Yeah, well, especially, let's be honest, our generation that was predominantly raised by, like, you know, boomers, like elder Gen X, you know, it was a little rough. There's some emotional intelligence skills that were not taught because, you know, they didn't have them either. And now, as millennials, younger Gen X, we have that super fun thing that we have to do now where we're trying to parent our parents, which is fun. It's so fun. I love it so much. Oh, you ever had to gentle parent your father? It's a trip. Like, oh, and some big feelings about that, hey? Okay, yeah. Maybe we could take a breath? Yeah, I know you're upset. I understand. These things are upsetting. But I need you to know it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Ah. Yeah, we can only take so much. That's where I kind of where I'm at with a lot of the adults in my life. It's like, hey, I have the mental capacity to teach, you know, to try and teach emotional intelligence to my children because they're kids, they're children, and I'm their parent. That is literally my job, to try to teach them emotional intelligence and to be gentle with them. That's literally my job. That's the whole reason why I'm here, right? But I can't do that for them and for you because I just don't have enough spoons. So because you're the adult, you're gonna have to do it yourself and not make me do it for you because I just can't, because I'm already doing it for two other small humans. Just don't have enough spoons. You know? People love hearing that. It makes me popular. Yeah. Well, and like if it's one of those things where safety is a concern, then I think you're definitely not qualified to be the one to, you know what I mean? It feels like that definitely at that point this needs to be with a qualified professional. Your dad that's anal about how many inches a car is parked to his in the driveway could be possibly undiagnosed neurodivergent? You don't say! I'm trying to convince my family that unbridled rage is possibly a symptom and not a personality quirk. That's fun. It's super fun. It's so much fun. I love it so much. Oh, I bet you could. Rita, I bet we could swap some stories. I bet we could swap some stories. I saw a stand-up comedian a little, I don't know, this is probably, feels like it was a couple weeks ago, so it was probably last year. And he said something along the lines of like, was your father the undiagnosed autistic that liked Star Wars, or were they the undiagnosed ADHD that liked Star Trek? And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Brain too tired for typing. Yeah, that's just it, right? Oh my God, Hannah. Who's Brian? Hello, Mr. Rita. Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm glad we're still making, like, I'm glad we're still, like, you guys are still laughing about that and trying to keep a sense of humor about it, but like, my God, what a... Oh. Mr. Rita. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. TMS and K on the same day? What? Yeah, I'm impressed you're putting full sentences together, to be honest. That is quite a day. Holy hell, that's a day. That is a day. I don't think I've ever done a division quite like this one. This is new. This is new. This is a new one. I know I need to do more, but I'm not. Well, if anybody else turned midnight while you were on the live here, my American friends, happy 4th of July. I hope that it's quiet enough for you to get some sleep tonight if you are on your way to bed. Fourth of July, full moon, man. It should be entertaining. You should have some entertainment this weekend. My goodness. I'm owning that as an official title now. Yeah. I wonder if your sister's just desperate to feel understood and just needs to feel supported more than anything. You know what I mean? My emotional support human. That is hilarious. I'm the two-legged poodle of the household. Boo eats SCOTUS. Yeah. Yeah. They're really all just saying the quiet part out loud now, aren't they? I mean, I guess they have been for a while, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. This is right. Is it though? SCOTUS is Supreme Court something something. I think that's what Hannah's referring to anyways. Supreme Court of the United States. I'm gonna go with that. Mooncat, interesting. Oh, pinched nerves are no fun. I'm so sorry. As refugees, so I can immigrate. I mean, I've got Danielle DeSantis running my province right now. I don't know if we're much better, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Supreme Court of the United States. There it is. There it is. SCOTUS. Just like POTUS. I like POTUS sounds like a funny word. POTUS. SCOTUS. FLOTUS. I love those. I think they're fun acronyms. Did I want to do that? Am I doing... Sorry, just give me a second. I'm figuring something out. Okay, you know what? She just told me you're too tired, you gotta quit. I'm not picking up what she's putting down. She told me you're too tired, you gotta quit. So I'm gonna listen. Even though I want to keep going and figuring it out. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be a good girl. And I'm gonna listen to the egg tonight because she's being very clear. She's being very clear. Nerve pain does suck a lot. Aw, Mr. Rita's a youth. Oh my god. Oh. Hannah, you got a squishy brain, but you're still on fire tonight. Oh. Scott, you went to school in Utah. That's not the only thing we don't know, trust me. Oh my god. Okay. This has been enjoyable. This really did help lift my mood quite a bit. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go to bed now. Oh, because I am sleepy and it's 10 minutes to midnight and I want to be a functional adult tomorrow. So, thank you all for coming and spending some time with me this evening. Appreciate it. And thank you for giving me a giggle. I needed a giggle tonight. And that definitely was supplied in abundance tonight. I think I giggled quite a few times. So, I will be on the Twitchy Witches tomorrow and for some tarot. And according to my family, I'm a cougar. I love that for you. Rita, I love that for you. Yeah, Emma, I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Member boundaries are A-okay. Boundaries are good. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say, I am not a qualified professional and y'all need help. We all have to look at our family and do that occasionally. No judgment here. We're all in the same boat. Oh, I would love to see swatches. Okay. Thank you all for spending some time with me tonight, and I wish you well, and I hope everybody has a lovely time tomorrow. If you have the day off work, I hope you have a wonderful day off work. If you have to work on the 4th of July, may the force be with you. I hope it goes okay. And I will see everybody tomorrow night on Twitch. Love you so much. Bye-bye.